All right, I think everybody can hear me here. I'll do my best to keep up with things. So we are now about just over 15 minutes live from the release here. I'll try and get see if I can figure this out here. Bear with me, everybody. I am still new to this Hangouts game, as you can see, as I'm sharing everything to everybody. Oh, we don't know how to do it. Oops, hide that. So just while I'm figuring things out here, guys, it looks like I got 4 people with me. Trying my best to get the screen sharing going here. Well, where's my camera is not working. Bear with me, guys. We're not here to worry too much about me. We're here to see the release at 12. So this is kind of setup time, and we don't want to, at 12 o'clock, we want to get over and place orders, and then I'm going to show you the round live because I have one in hand, which is really, really exciting. So just bear with me here. But yeah, I'll show that live. But remember, 12 p.m., they're going to go on sale. There's only 100 of them available, the initial launch. And $75 Canadian is an absolute steal for this round. I have it in hand. I'm looking at it right now. And like I said, at 12, I will show it off. But very, very cool round. The detail is phenomenal on both sides. The Succubus is like when I saw the photos, not the photos, but the pictures before. And then, you know, pictures of the die and then the pictures of the coin or of the round. But to have it in hand, the detail is absolutely stunning. And the Pheli Mint logo detail is just as stunning on the other side. Detail is fantastic. Right down to the flower, it's crazy. All right. So let me see what I can do here with the camera. Bear with me. Sorry, but I'm having quite the problem getting my laptop to cooperate here. Well, of course it's happening right now, but you know, we're not here for me. We're here for the release of the round. So it's gonna be fun though once it gets going. This is brutal. Come on. I don't know if you can hear me clicking, but that's because it's not responding. Just trying to sign in. Can't get another Chrome thing open. Brutal. Let's make it start over. So picking up some great stuff for the weekend. Obviously, I've got the couple of Succubus rounds here that I'm going to show off on Silver Hunt Sunday as well. But picked up some really fun things throughout the week, and just placed an order on some gold. And we see that the markets are starting to do a bit of a move, and that's why I made those moves that I did. And, got the silver at the low and got gold a couple days back, because I think there's going to be an interesting time coming up with a lot of the world events that are happening out there. So speaking of that, you know, with the market changing and a little bit today, and the price is going up already, when you purchase your Succubus round, you get an even better value for your currency when you purchase that today. So keep that in mind, because it's a steal at $75 Canadian, and I you know, that's the initial inaugural kind of release point for it. We'll see after the first 100 go, but it's pretty awesome around here. I'm just kind of in awe of the detail. Let's see if I can get this working here. If anything, if I can't get onto my YouTube properly, I will go to the Pheli Mint website. You guys can see that on my screen. There we go. Oh, of course. So I'm signed in, but I can't see the live chat on this one. I don't know what to do. Well, let's see if I can. New window. Holy moly. Lots of good stuff out there on the YouTube. I've got to catch up on lots of great videos. A little bit behind on things, so I've got a lot in my list. Probably about 30 videos I'm about to go through today once we get this kind of looked after. Oh, this laptop's having a hard time today. Wow. All right, 7 minutes away from being able to place your orders. I hope everybody is getting excited, and you've got your other screens open. Don't you know, you can, if you open up another screen, if you're on a laptop and you open up another screen, you can still listen and you can still follow along. And it looks like I'm finally in and I can see the chat. So yes, CSS clicking, a friend. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for the chats and joining in. I'm finally able to see what's going on there. I don't have anything on screen quite yet, but we're going to see if I can do something with that. So 6 minutes to go. Dreary day in eastern shores of Lake Ontario. A friend, good to see you on here. I'm waving at you from across the lake. I loved your Morse code reply that day. That was fantastic, by the way. It was awesome. Morning from Tomoko. There's Pheli. Hey, gentlemen. We're all very excited about the release here. 6 minutes to go. There's Drive Shaft Drew, one of my longest standing supporters. Drive Shaft, great to see you on here. Good to see you, buddy. Silver Gator's there. Silver Gator, I just sent you a message about, I think, some comments about how to order, so check out the website because that's where you're going to get it from. Saying hey to Gator. Oh, audio is dedicated to conference call for Clyde. Let's see what's going on. There's my clicking thing. I'm just scrolling down, making sure I haven't missed anything. There we go. Nice. All right. So Pheli's helping out people on the chat side there with some of the other stuff. So now I was trying to set up a webcam where I could show you the actual coin kind of on a pedestal and display, but it's giving me a bit of tricky time doing that. So I don't have a webcam. It's working with my Mac, actually. I'm going to see if I can do something here. At least something's happening now. Oh, that's over now. Whoa! Sorry. I just killed everybody's eardrums there. So what I'm trying to do is show there it is. 3 minutes away. You got a sneak peek. All right. So you'll see I'm trying to set up on another screen there, another feed. You'll see the coin will end up, or the round will end up right there. There we go. There, okay, so it looks like on camera, everybody is seeing my little makeshift kind of setup box that I have. I think, there we go. Thanks, a friend. We have your vid CSS. I'm getting the chats there. That's good. My little light box that I'm using is actually a part of my resale business that I use as well, so very helpful. Feel I saw it. Oh, here we go. 1 minute, everybody. Wish I had a countdown on the screen to be able to show you. All right. Very exciting. And then I'll unveil it on the screen there. Absolutely wonderful piece. It really is. Had it in hand. I had to take it out of the capsule, wearing gloves, of course. But absolute steal at this price, everybody. Almost need like a heartbeat. Let's see if it goes. Where's the? It's killing me. 11:59. 11:59. Oh, beautiful tight capsule. Pheli. I mean, it's it doesn't rattle around at all. It's perfectly fits in there. Just wonderful. Well done on that as well. Nice little bonus you guys are throwing in with that. So much appreciated. 12 p.m. everybody. All right, listen to me. Switch to your other screen and start your orders, and let me know when you've placed your order and you got your confirmation. I think this is really exciting. I know Dean from Tomoko is already on this. He's got to be. It's live. There we go. All right, I'm going there. I'm on the site. There it is. Now, should be able to see it there. A little delayed on my other screen. Oh, such a nice round. What I'm going to do, I might be a little faded because I'm slightly across the room here, but I'll show you all close-ups of it while you've placed your orders and everything. I should have it where it's broadcasting the coin. I clicked it. It should be broadcasting only the coin right now. All right, so let's see here. Bit of a delay on the other screen I'm watching. So a little higher. There we go. Yeah, over here. But just wonderful. Let's see if I can change the lighting a bit. And nice chunky 2 ounce. It's really sweet. Let's see on the other side, the Pheli Mint logo is just as stunning. I mean, we've got these rounds and these coins that really have 2 canvases. And, you know, speaking to the artists and the, you know, the people that would have made this, and they had this work commissioned. Very, very well done. And just stunning across, like all the entire round. The detail in there with the animals. You can check out on the website there. It tells you why they picked those animals. Oh, Cyber. Hang on a second. I'm just going to switch here. I can't see what's on my screen from this distance. So I'll let you stare at the beautiful Succubus round. And Clyde Kavik, ordered. First person to let me know. That's awesome. Congratulations on ordering the your first Succubus round, buddy. That's fantastic. Great to see that. So we got 1 for sure there, and then I'm going to I'll show you the capsule. Come back over here. See, this is it in the capsule. Got a nice tight airtight on there. There's no movement in it at all. It's great. Really like that. So a little closer. I don't want to knock over the other one. Let's see, there's the Pheli Mint. Beautiful as well. Awesome stuff. Oh, 5 sold already. That's fantastic, everybody. Only have 93 left then, I would say. And then let me just put this. I'm going to put a buffalo, a generic kind of buffalo round. This is actually one, I don't remember who makes this one. I'm going to put this kind of in front of it here so you can see the size of the 2 ounce. Let's actually put it up beside it first. Let's see here. got how much bigger it is. And of course, a lot chunkier than that there. This really shows you the size and the the detail that you got out of this is fantastic. Well done. Love it. So I've got, like I said, 5 sold so far there. Put that there so you can see the size. Very cool. All right, I'm going to pop over to the website here really quick. So I'm just going to quickly share. Where my Hangouts go? Oh, there we go. So I'm going to quickly share the screen here because right now you should be able to see only the coin. I'm going to quickly share my whole screen here. Sorry for the quick, crazy screen flip there, but the website. That should be what we're seeing. Just make sure. There's a bit of a delay on my camera. That's what I'm sharing. Well, maybe not. I know why. So what happens when you're fairly new at this stuff? There we go. And that's what so there it is. $75 Canadian. Full round. Please let me know if you've got one, and if I wish I knew how to invite people on this chat easier. It basically ends up being a hangout call. Get Tomoko in here, or Pheli even. There you go. See the screen share. Cool. Try and go back to this for a second. See if I can invite. Oh, there you go. Okay. So if anybody is listening and would like to join in the chat, I'm going to hang out for a bit. I'm having my coffee. We want to talk about the round. Let me know, and I will shoot you an email, I think is the best way to do it. Dean is back and $75 later. In the comments, the link's not working, my friend. So you might want to put an updated link in the comments here. Do you mean for the website or for the chat? Oh, product link, for sure. On it. Might be because of the page changing. So 1 second. Oops. All right, here we go. There it is. There's the link to the Succubus coin in the comments there. Edit it here too. I'm going to edit it. There. Beauty. Should be edited in both the details in the description and in the, should be something in the chat there as well. All right, on Silver Trouble, got it ordered. Very, very good. You won't regret this at all. I think it's one of those where I have no doubt that people are going to get one, and you're going to wish you had two. Take care, Dean. You have a great day, and have fun helping. Dean does a lot of great volunteer work in his community, helps out people with chair lifts and building things, and he's just such a wonderful person. That's Tomoko's enterprise, everybody. So I just think it's you know, he's a great guy, and he just picked up a couple coins there and a couple rounds, and he's off to do his day now, and maybe to pour some silver as well. My dog has joined us. He's now left. He was behind us making noises, but let me see if I can do a little bit more of a zoom in on that. Just a little, oh yeah, for me. There. Let's get rid of this now. Sorry about the wobbly, and I'm actually following a delayed screen. There we go. Yeah, that's all right. Bad enough. That doesn't follow it. It's a slight angle. There's this little GoPro tripod thing. Sticky tripod. You know, for people making videos, and you'd be surprised out there if you're thinking about creating YouTube videos, and some of the content creators out there, it's we're not, you know, people don't necessarily have fancy camera setups, or, you know, big fancy cameras, or really it's just sometimes what they have available, and really just share what you want to share. Don't worry about what people think about the quality of the video and things like that. We're here to help each other out. Just trying to get this done right. Oh yeah, Tomoko, he did a video. He filmed himself doing 60 ounces of shot that I'm going to be putting up in the next little while. Something fun that he was doing. Now, once this is all done, once we hang out for a little bit today, I'm going to be here for a little while, probably till about 12:30, or until they sell out. You never know, might hang out for a little longer. But I will do a preview video tonight. So this is not part of my 100 days of silver stacking. It's kind of a preview for tonight, but I will do a proper feature on this round for tonight. So stay tuned for that. I know we've seen it, but if you guys can check that out and thumbs up those videos, it really helps. I'm trying to get some of the other people out there, and some of the numismatic and the collector into our pouring market as well, right? We've got a lot of great people out there that are maybe not maybe crossing over some of the channels. We've got our collectors and our silver stackers and our preppers and our metal detectors, and there's a lot of those different groups, and I follow so many of them, but they don't always mix. And I think it's a good idea for us to mix and mingle a little bit, because we learn a lot from each other, and that's without a doubt. And we all, you know, you might have a metal detecting person who still loves to collect, and they pick up one of these numismatics, right? So. And then speaking to that, I've been talking a little bit about the silver pourers lately, and that we need to appreciate them as the artists that they are. They are, you know, the time and effort that's put into the pouring and the casting and the, you know, wood pours just to route them out, and you only get a couple of molds out of them. People don't necessarily realize that time. And for example, if you buy a, you know, a piece that's sandcasted, it's not usually the first one they get. They'll go through 3, 5, 10 before they sell, you know, a couple out of that batch. So keep that in mind. I mean, these are true artists. I live with one. My wife is a wonderful artist. And I think I appreciate it because I see it come from a canvas into a finished piece of beautiful art, and that's what this all is. And that leads to the round that we have. I mean, they commissioned their logo through friends locally here in Canada, and it's a beautiful logo. And then of course the Succubus round was commissioned, and they actually had a contest for their, I believe it was their logo. It was quite a cool little setup, and that's all on their website to talk about it. But just a wonderful piece of artwork they've done here. And if you pick this up, you're investing for your future. And you can't fault anybody for that. I mean, I know some people don't like colored coins or maybe statues or 3D pours because of more premiums on them. But the premiums are well worth it. A lot of this stuff is going to go up in value. And just look at the markets right now. You know, since waiting for this round to become available, everybody is already getting more value out of the currency that they're spending on it, right? Because silver's gone up a little bit. So can't fault anybody for you know, saving and doing it and having fun while they're doing it with awesome rounds like this one. So, and I can't wait to see the proof and the antique versions that are coming out. So we just had just bought 2 right at noon from Northern Silver Stacker, right on. So we've got 2 more there. And then remember that those, when you get yours in and you have the numbers, you will be able to request those numbers when the proofs and other versions come out later. So you'll have matching sets, and it's pretty exciting that they're doing that. I have number 8 and number 88 because I have many reasons for that, but I was able to be lucky enough to get a couple of those, and in the numbers that are very good for me. And yeah, very awesome. So I'm looking forward to the proof ones, and the antique ones I think are going to be absolutely stunning as well. Really make the detail jump out, and I think it's going to be awesome to have one of each. See if I can get where's my dog here? Right. He's gone to his couch. Here, I'm gonna turn that around. Actually, maybe what I will do is pop that up in here. Like Kia Fuse me. Just wait. There we go. Touch that. There we go. Back up a little bit now. Lost it. There's the dog. What's up, puppy? Oops, sorry, I knocked that around there. I've got a delay on my screens. Should be good there. Speaking of the art, thank you for the continued posts so we can follow. Yes, no problem at all. I don't mind that, and you know, I think it's important to feature that. My wife's a wonderful artist, she really is, and it's one of those things where it takes a little bit to get the name out there and find the people that are maybe looking for that type of design and whatnot. But once it gets out there, it really starts to grow quickly. And Tomoko Enterprise has actually commissioned 2 pieces from her. Mr. Zeke, Pit Bullion, has got something that'll be happening down the road. So, you know, a lot of these people are artists that appreciate the effort that's put into that. So. Let's go back to the website here really quick. I'm gonna go. There we go. Looks like we had a small interruption in the. Let's go. So again, there's the website. Down here. There's your add to cart. So I recommend you type at least 5 in it. No, I'm just kidding. Type 2 and they can't do that. Type 2 in there and get ready for the next orders. So very cool. I'll leave up kind of the description a little bit here. Yeah, medical staff, dreamcatcher, and eagle feather element were maintained from Leo's original design. So Leo was some friend of theirs and did their logo at the back, which is fantastic, and that has a lot of history. The medical logo and all that. So, and very interesting. These gentlemen are. These gentlemen give a lot to us. Really, they're both in the medical profession. They do a lot. They're Eli is heading up north there, and Phil and Eli met up north, helping out and being nurses up in the very, cold and hard climates to be in to help people out that need it. And wonderful people, and really, hats off to that. I appreciate all that you've done for people like that. And both my mom, my dad, and my sister, both my mom, my dad, and my sister were nurses. So I've seen their long hours, the dedication they give, and how much of their life that they give away just to be able to help other people. And I think that's wonderful. And you guys have gone off on a new adventure of something here, and I think it's just wonderful to see. So just going to switch back to the round here. Sorry, learning this whole screen share stuff. Not too bad at it, but what am I doing here? I need to go here, and there we go. Let's get back to the chat. I mean, this came together really quickly for these gentlemen too. They had an idea. They worked out through the artwork. They commissioned it. They got the dies made. This all happened within a year time frame, and that's phenomenal for a new mint to come together. A couple of friends that have met doing some great things, and great things for the community and the silver community. Don't see much happening on the chat side right now. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful round for sure. And then we've got you get their certificate of authenticity with it. So I'll pop that up there real quick for a second. Let's see there. It's my number 8. And the image on the certificate is the penciled image that was done, or it might have been an ink one. I think it was a pencil, but that was done before that. And then they went with the final image from there. Slight design change to a couple of things, but I think it's really, their certificate has that on there, and it kind of shows the stages of the the development of the round. Pardon me. Yeah, and then 2016 and the Roman numerals at the bottom. I think that's a really awesome way of doing it, and really ties into the style of the round. And it was 2016 because that's when the concept came together for them. It was awesome. Yeah, and then Clyde was saying about the continued post of the artwork, and I mean, it was nice I thought, to see the development go from the pencil to the black or the color to the black and white, and then to the dyes, and then to the final round being done. I thought it was kind of fun to see those different stages going through, and kind of like, and for these gentlemen, it's kind of like kind of like a new baby. It's like their silver baby. They haven't said that to me. That's my term, but they've developed this from an idea, and now here it is, and people are purchasing them, and that's really exciting. So. All right, well, I haven't seen anything on the chat side for a minute. I'm just going to switch the coin here. Oh, there we go. Almost 50% sold out. There we go. So Pheli Mint just posted. So we're almost halfway there, guys, and it's only 12:23. So I'm gonna hang out and see how I think maybe till they sell out. We'll see if that's how quickly they are going. I don't see these being around too much longer at all. So let's hang out for a bit, keep checking back, and but I'm just gonna grab my coffee here, see how my dog is doing. You guys check out the screen there, and yeah, and I think I got a couple other things here I'll show off while we're talking, and I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the world, what's happening in the world right now. I don't do that a lot on the channel, change or whatnot, but I just want to speak to the markets a bit and just say that it's good. You know, it's not, don't be scared when the markets go down. That's when silver goes on sale, and then when it goes up, you know, keep buying. And a lot of things are going to make the changes happen, but it's always good to put money aside into silver and gold and other investments as well. That's not the only ones that I have, but you know, there's some stocks, you know, public stocks that are just going public are really good payouts. You know, when you see buzz items like marijuana stocks and stuff like that, were a buzz thing for a while and still are, but there's some good money to be made there. But you can't live in that stuff, right? Because you don't hold it, you don't own it. This is stuff that you hold and you own, and then you can enjoy it. You know, a round like this, put it on display, have it, get one of those little stands for it, you know, show it off. You know, this is a beautiful piece of art, and I've got my community silver on my desk, and this is definitely going to be standing right in the middle of it there, so it's pretty exciting. All right, and grab my coffee. I'll be right back, and I'll show some other stuff here. All right. It's an exciting day today too. The mail came, and I have a couple packages done pack in the next few days. One from Lil Stacken. Lil Stacken's doing a bit of a looking to do a move and do some house repairs and stuff like that. So basically, Lil Stacken is liquidating some of the silver that he's invested to pay off some of that stuff, and that's what we use it for. Right? It's not meant to be well, I mean, it is meant to be held for a long time, but if you need it for things like that, it's a lot easier to take you know, your silver into a LCS if you need it quickly, of course, and then liquidate it into cash than it is to go into a bank and get a lot of cash. You usually have to fill out paperwork. Basically, if you go into most banks and 3 people online want, say, about $3,000 to $5,000, you'd be lucky if the bank has any money for all those 3 people that day. There's usually a delay, and I caused a little bit of a stink in my Scotiabank here in Canada one day, and I went in with one of the 200 for 200 coins, and I knew that I was going to get a hard time because I just wanted to cash it. I got it at an auction for under 200, so it was a deal. And I called the Royal Canadian Mint, got it all sorted out before I went in, and knowing how it was going to go. And an hour and a half later, I still left with my coin because it never sold to them because I had to send it away and they couldn't give me the money then, and it became a whole problem. So those 200 for 200 coins were kind of one of those ones where maybe they weren't the great thing. So as they were giving me a hard time about cashing this in because they said they didn't have an account to give me the money from, is what it came down to. And that was just that particular branch. Turns out if you go to other companies, TD, it's actually quite a bit easier. But they didn't really want to help, and I had to tell them who to call, who to email, and everything through the whole process. It was really just to have the experience and see what happened with it. But so I was sitting there and I said, well, you know, you're making this a really hard time for a customer. And I mentioned the meeting. A few people online needed a few $1,000s. You wouldn't have for them. Well, that caused a bit of a stink in the bank, and people were like, "Oh, really?" And even the bank was like, "We're really sorry. Yes, you know, there's only so much kept on hand at any time." People, and that's the thing, is the general public doesn't know most of this stuff, and they don't realize that their money that's in the savings account is being used to give the next guy that comes in his car loan or his mortgage that he wants. 90% of your money is given away to other people that want to use that for debt. And that's how you know they make their money. The bank's a retail business. They're trying to make money. That's why they want you to do RSPs and things like that. But you know, they're not. I don't fault people for doing other investments like that. It's just not my forte anymore. Because, example, friend, he puts in his maximum RSPs for a couple of years, and then he had some major house repairs and some life things that went down. So he had to go in and cash a fair amount of those RSPs in, and he lost 30% of what he had put into those RSPs because he needed that money, and that was the fee that he had to pay. There's other investments that he could have done, of course, silver and gold, that would not have cost him that kind of 30% loss on some, just because he needed to fix his roof and had some financial problems, right? So I like having things that are much more under control, and that's why I like silver and gold and some other liquid investments, and of course property's good. When you're buying it, buy some artwork, buy something you love, buy something you want to have, and also something you're going to think twice about before you just maybe go to sell it because you want to buy yourself a new, I don't know, motorcycle helmet or something. That's a personal experience. But if you have something you truly enjoy in your hand, you're going to think twice before you sell it, and you're going to save it for when you really do need it. So all right, now, so what else did I get here? I got, oh, this package, I'll show this off later. It's appropriate for what we're doing here. Sal Vape Metal, great friend of ours. He was on the making comments about how much he loved the look of this round that Pheli Mint was doing. So I have my Sal rounds have just arrived, so I won't be unpacking them right now, but I will do a video for that, of course. And then the whole thing about Little Stack and what he's doing with his money, and why I kind of went on that little tangent about what silver is good for and what to invest in. He's liquidating some of his silver because he needs to pay off some debts, and he's going to keep stacking. He's just got some stuff that he needs to do. So pretty cool. All right. Still got a few viewers watching. That's good. Oh, it went down to 8, back to 9. Welcome, everybody. If you're on the chat side, if you want to chat, please do. Oh, the Bulldog has joined us. Hello, Remington. How are you today? Wag. See if I can. What's up, puppy? You gonna turn around? You gonna join us? There you go. You ready? So Remington is here. He says that you want to have many of these rounds. Anybody? Okay. And I'm representing in my Canadian Silver Saver shirt, which we'll be releasing next week for the charity drive. I just haven't figured out the exact charity drive. I'm going to update some of the names on the back too. Look at all your wrinkles. Look at all your chucks. All big yawn. Yes. Good boy. You're helping out with the Pheli Mint release, aren't you? You do that. Yeah. Keys in there, spare change. And the extra silver stuff. You good boy. Yes. He is absolutely wonderful. Everybody is such a good boy. All right, let's get back to the coin here. The round. Oh, thank you, Pheli Mint. Sweet shirt, they said. All right, so I'm just going to go to the, pop over to the website here. I'm going to switch the broadcast for a second to that. So I want to see, show off their site. $75 Canadian. Introductory price. Yeah, you're going to want to grab it at that price before the next round comes out. I don't know. This is a beautiful round, and I think that it's going to do, I think it's worth way more than $75 in my opinion. Now you get the certificate with it, of course, the nice tight capsule. I have another 2-ounce capsule here from another company. You can hear it. It's one of the Silver Shield ones. It's loose in there. Good. It's okay, but their Pheli Mint has a better capsule. We can just toss it in there for you. The thing is, when I'm sharing the site here, I can't see the chat site. So yeah, the medical staff is an homage to our nursing background, caring and healing that is deep within both of us. The Dreamcatcher is said to protect the bearer from bad dreams and let only the good, positive dreams pass through. The eagle feather is a special symbol bestowed by members of First Nations. It symbolizes trust, honor, strength, and wisdom. It is a powerful symbol and reminder of how to behave to continue to exemplify the characteristics they represent. It is truly an honor for Leo to include this element, and we will strive to live up to its meaning. So absolutely wonderful that that's put on the round, everybody. You're buying something that really is it has deep meaning to our culture and our country and our people here in Canada. And this isn't just a design that was quickly thrown together. It was very well thought out. Not only the succubus, but of course the medical staff Dreamcatcher design on the back. So then from there, we continued to add meaningful elements that were important to us, the maple leaf to signify Canada and the pride we have in being Canadians and all the opportunity that that offers. The animals on each side of the medical staff are chosen by Phil and Eli to further represent each of them and what they hold dear. Phil chose the penguins to represent him and his children. The penguin is chosen for its nurturing qualities and the fact that male penguins hatch the eggs and do much of the child rearing, which is what Phil prides himself most in. The shovel represents Phil's passion for trying to live off the land in a sustainable manner and his growing of small hobby farm and rural lifestyle. Eli chose the wolf to represent himself as a new beginning, symbolizing power and determination to overcome life's challenges. The plumeria was added to represent the family history of greenhouse nurseries and personal passion of horticulture. A lot of great history and thought and put into this design for sure. All right, so let's go back to the old broadcasto of the round. That's what we want to see. Hey, there's Pit Bullion. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you on there. Hello, all. Silver Bear. Hey, there we go. Filling up the house now. We're just talking about some of the history of it, and I'm waiting for your future rounds. This round looks amazing, but I'm not into succubus or incubus. I'm just that's okay, Silver Bear. We all have our things that we like, and but the thing is, it's really interesting about this one is it's you know, even if you're not necessarily into the particular design, consider grabbing one anyways, because there's a lot of meaning to you know, resisting temptations and things like that. And you may find somebody down the road that's a silver investor or somebody just getting started that they might be a great gift for them as well, right? And you're giving, it could be a gift that helps with investment too. Pit Bullion, I encourage everyone to buy two, one for the stack and one for your ex. So place your 2 orders there, Pit. Pit's a great guy, everybody. He does blackening and gilding of some of my maples, and does some wonderful pours. I just did a feature video of Pit Bullion's pours that I picked up yesterday. They're fantastic. The 5-ounce cast iron loaf that I have is absolutely wonderful. I'm gonna keep my language. It's not what I want to say, but we're on a live chat, so I'm going to be doing future live chats one every couple of weeks. Basically, where I'm going to be doing bring your own beer, bring your own silver. So we're going to bring a beer, bring a drink, sit down. If you don't drink beer, that's okay. We're just going to sit and chat, show off some silver, and talk about some things with a bit of structure to it, so we can cover a few things. But I want to have some fun. I like to chat with people, and some of the live chats I've been missing out on, unfortunately, and I want to hear some people's voices. Kingpin, yes, you are, Pit Bullion, for sure. I love that it's got this. Here, where is it? Yes, we're featuring Pheli mint for a bit, and we can show off some of the other wares in the community for sure. I'm going to show off Pit Bullion's loaf here that I just. Here's the pit bullion loaf when the camera catches up. Yes, we're here for Pheli. We love the community. It's awesome. Back it up right there. And then the thumbprint in the back. So you may own silver now. So cool. 5 ounces of awesomeness right there. Thanks, Pit. Great job. If anybody hasn't subscribed to Pheli Mint, make sure you do. You head over to Pheli Mint's YouTube page and their website, and also Pit Bullion, of course, because I was just showing us stuff there. Yeah, there you go, Northern Stacker. So great, very great point. I mean, it's a great price for the round. I've been buying the Queen's Beast series, and Pheli Mint coin is greater value for the dollar. And hey, it's Canadian, eh? Exactly, and it's you know, a unique design. There's this isn't something we've seen before at all, and Pit Bullion thumbprint so you don't drop it. Yeah, that's right. It's some way to hold on to that loaf, that 5 ounce cast iron loaf. But yeah, I mean, you buy these, you're getting better value for your dollar in the silver, and you're getting a great round. And I can only see these appreciating in value, especially the first release like that, and they're all numbered. I mean, that's you get the certificate of authenticity with the number on it to show you which number you have. And again, if you haven't heard this before, when you order whatever number you have now, you will have that option for the first 100 rounds here. You'll have that option to order that number in the next stage of the series, whether it's the proof or the maybe the antique, blackened, or whatever it may be. So very, very cool. Yeah, everyone can relate to the design. We've all had a succubus in our lives. Amen. Yeah. And since we're here featuring stuff, I'm gonna try to get some maples in. All right, I'm back. What's going on there? That's kind of how we started to think about it, Pit. Yep. 11 people watch now. Welcome, everybody. If you're not on the chat side, pop in, say hey, let us know if you've purchased one of the Succubus rounds. It'd be great to hear what you think of it when you're looking on the site. Nice. Pit point. They're secretly the ones we miss the most. Draw us into problems, but maybe so. So here's one of my maples. I'm just showing off some other stuff here. Silver artist in our community, Vulcan 5678, and there's a bit of a premium on these as well. And speaking to premiums, I think it's remember the artwork and the talent and the time that was put into commissioning this and getting this done, and then people that do these silver pours in the community. Vulcan, this is a third pour. This is the only bar he was able to get 3 pours out of. It's got that natural kind of coloring to it. We didn't clean it up on purpose. And this is a 4 ounce that goes to Beast Maple. It's still around, but making these takes so much longer than just pouring something into a mold. And not that the mold pours aren't, there isn't a lot of effort in that. You have to know your temperatures, you have to know what you're doing, you have to make sure that you're steady, your silver, crucibles are done right, the polishing, the stamping. There's still so much effort put into that. So even if this was poured into a mold, just all that effort to color it and stamp it and polish them up, and it's tremendous. And then you've got something where you can only get 2, maybe 3, and sometimes 1 pour out of a mold. When you get into sand casting and wood pouring, you really got to appreciate the art and the effort that's put in by the artists when they're doing that. So reward them, everybody. Tip your friendly neighborhood silver pourer. Every time you're placing an order, they're very humble when they make this stuff. Hours they put into making a couple of pieces. It really can be hours for a couple of pieces. Think about that time when you're buying it. And if we're going to buy numismatics and because we love them and the value of the collectability. Let's reach out to the numismatic community that loves this stuff too, because I think sometimes they're missing out on some beautiful, very rare items. Reporting community. Yeah. Oh, you got 10 watchers. Oh, you're pretty quick on the draw, Northern. Yeah. Yeah. So, Pheli meant saying that's for me. It's also became about overcoming alcoholism and other temptation. And, there's a lot of that in our lives. It's easy to just pop out and your friends invite you out for a beer, you go over for a barbecue and you have a beer, and then it can turn into more and more. And actually my wife and I, it's something we keep trying to do. We want to drink less alcohol. We enjoy ourselves, but we're not crazy people with it or anything. But it is, it's one of those things where those vices in life and those temptations, as you can get away from them. And I've had quite an interesting background, and I feel that most of my vices and temptations and that I've been able to get over them, and I've kind of had to. So just to speak to that, to chat for a bit on here, the live chat, I have a son who is turning 18 this year, and he's got some ups and downs that are going on even right now, but he's just graduated high school and he's going to be heading into college. He wants to be a heavy machinery mechanic as long as he doesn't mess things up, being a teenager. But I see that I'm very proud of him. And when a few years back, I thought that nothing like that was going to happen in my life. I just didn't think that, I didn't think kind of life handed me a raw deal at one point. I was trying to just survive, and I had been living in my car and all sorts of different things back in the past. And not to get into that, these are the things that make us the people that we are. And people have it a lot worse than me, for crying out loud. There's people that live in a mud hut and they've never had a pair of shoes. So just remember that, and pretty fortunate for what I've done and what I've been able to overcome and those demons that I've overcome. But the succubus really speaks to me with that. There's a lot of things that, I've had to overcome in my life and step aside from, and friends I've had to walk away from. And that's really hard to do, to walk away from those friends that are really just poisoning or getting you involved in maybe some bad decisions and that. So succubus is very, very